everyone, welcome to a new episode of ASMR Chess until we reach 2000 ELO. Right now we are at 1450, a long way until the 2000 objective. However, we are here to change it. So, let's get into a game. We are going to play a 10+5 game while you listen to the fire sounds. And we have Wilson 1820, quite lower rated than us because he's 1175. However, we need to be able to win everyone in this series, no matter the rating. So this is called the Petrov defense. He's attacking the pawn, we're attacking his pawn. We're gonna keep it simple and defend the pawn while we're still attacking his pawn, which can lead into a 4 knights game, which is the one we have on the board. Right now, developing is a key part because we are in the opening stage of the game. We need to develop our pieces and get our king to safety. So, I'm thinking that bishop to c4 is an interesting move because it prevents d5. Takes. Yes. So let's play it. We also can play d3 in the future, or even d4. If we play d4, he takes, take. Okay. Right now, I think, what if we sacrifice takes? I don't think it's working. So, also if we take this pawn, we would have this fork, but then the knight will attack our bishop on c4. So, I think here a reasonable move would be to just play d3, defend everything, so our opponent does the same. Right, sacrifice still does not work. I'm looking at it because I find that it's very powerful when it works. However, right now, I think if we develop, we can take and build up our center, and if we castle, we have this long diagonal, so it's interesting. We can also attack the bishop, takes, we retreat. Could be an idea as well. I think we're gonna play this. So if he goes here and I take his bishop, he could take mine. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Let's keep it with this. If he takes, we're gonna take. And yes, we doubled our pawns. Okay, he does not take. Interestingly enough, we could take, but we would open his a file. So maybe, just maybe, what if we play knight to d5? He takes. I don't find it so useful. I think it's a good moment to castle. We are pretty well developed. Okay. If we play this, he attacks. I can say no. What if we attack? He can move here. The sacrifice doesn't work because the is defended. So, what would be the move here? Let's first challenge this knight. Or, yes, we can challenge this knight. If he takes, we're gonna take with a bishop, maintaining this pressure. Or even if we take with a pawn, this knight will have to move somewhere. And we also break our center. But let's say that it's well supported if we take with a pawn. Taking with the pawn takes. His knight will have to move. He moves here, takes. Okay, so I think that's good for me. If he moves here, I have this, and I think that's good for me. And if he moves here, then he's attacking our bishop, and we will lose the bishop. So I'm gonna take with the bishop. And let's see. Our opponent is playing quite quickly. However, we have to be careful and maintain a nice structure of pawns. Okay, he castled. Right now I think it's a good idea to attack. Takes. No, doesn't work. What if we attack? He takes, we take, then he doesn't have anything. Okay, I will. And if he goes here, if he goes to h5, let's see. Can we attack once more on g4? He'll go here. I think it's a bit too much. However, I need to get out of this pin to activate my queen. It's a bit dangerous because we also, well, if our knight is here, the queen won't be able to enter. However, it's weird. This is an interesting move. I mean, he can take. No, it's not, because he can take. We take and he takes. So we don't have that. Takes. Okay, I think let's keep it going. I think g4 is a bit it's a bit too soon. I don't know what to do after. Okay. I mean, right now this, but this still doesn't work. Because he can just takes. Don't like it. Yeah, I think I need to play this right now. I know maybe it's not the best move, but I'm too scared of the double attack here, and I need to move quickly. So takes. So takes. We also have the pawn. So takes. I think I need this break. I don't know what else to do. Go here. Wow. If I go here, the queen doesn't have any spaces to go. It needs to go here. But what if I go here? Is the queen trapped? The queen is trapped, isn't it? Am I seeing things? So, here. He cannot go here. He cannot go here. He cannot take. He cannot go here. Here. Okay. Yes, I think the queen is trapped. I wanted to play g5 originally, but he had these squares of escape, so that led me to think that g5 may be a good option to stop black from retreating. So I think this wins us the game. Because the queen has no squares to retreat. So he will have to take one of the pieces, may it be the bishop or the knight, to keep some material. And then the game will be much easier for us. We'll be able to exchange pieces all the time until we have an extra piece. Okay, so he took our knight. And now he's attacking our bishop. Right now we can begin the extraction process. I mean, do we have something? Takes. Okay, let's not overthink it. We are winning. And right now we have the quickest way to win the game is just to exchange pieces and build an attack. Also, we see that this bishop is not actually defended, so that's also a bonus. I think I'm gonna take, yes. If I take this, well, I could also take you. I see no reason not to. However, my bishop is pretty strong, but your knight can hover, so I mean, I got his queen. Right now we have to find some ways to attack the liabilities. Let's move here. We're gonna bring the pawns. And yes, the game should be quite smooth from now. Okay. Let's first break here. We're gonna take with the rook. And provide an open file for our rooks. Okay, so we will double up. And maybe even triple on the F file if necessary. He's going to double up as well. Right now we can advance our pawns. Okay, he wants to take. I'm gonna first threaten his bishop. I don't think. Yes, I'm gonna threaten his bishop first because he has no squares. He's gonna go here. And then I think I'm even gonna do a triple fork here. So if he takes, we have a dangerous attack. Okay, let's try it. He can obviously come back, but at least we are maintaining pressure. And we triple down on the open file. His bishop is stuck. I don't want to open this right now. So if he goes here, which is the most probable thing, takes, won't work. Okay, right now I have an interesting move, which is pawn up with a discovery on the rook. If he can move and double up, and then I'm gonna take. Yes, I mean, we are a queen up. We can afford these types of tricks. Okay, so we are gonna get the rook with check. He cannot take our rook for the moment. Actually, he has to move, like so, or lose his rook. Okay. Okay. So our opponent has resigned. Good game. And let's review it. Let's see what we have learned today. Let me show you the analysis. Okay, so yes, it was a short game, but I'm really happy with my accuracy. Wow. Okay, that was a very good game that I did. It's true that it was quite short, so the accuracy is easier. So I honestly, I don't know the Petrov defense, so I know there is a line you can take, and then you can even take here, and well, actually, I don't think so. Is that possible? No. Well, it's better for white, but there are a lot of stuff. And this is defense, so I didn't want to get into that because I didn't know, so I played it safely with knight to c3, simply defending the pawn. Right now, the knight develops to c6, and we develop our bishop before pushing our pawn in order to castle and provide our king with safety. He goes to bishop c5, developing, and we consolidate our center, getting ready to castle. He does the same, and then we have thought about this move, which is not a bad move, challenging the bishop of our opponent, and we could have taken. But first, I said that we do this. It's an interesting move. I personally like it because a lot of people take the bishop, and when I take back, I have an open file for the rook that will be here when I'm gonna short castle. So that is why I played it. He didn't take, and then I castled. He pinned my knight to the queen. Excuse me. He pinned the knight. So I jumped with my knight in order to challenge this knight that was defending this bishop. Okay, so he takes, and taking with the bishop was the best move because again, I'm forcing him to either play queen f6 or castle, whatever move to protect f7, because say he doesn't do anything, then I have an interesting combination, which is, well, it seems that it doesn't work, but in my head it worked. I thought this worked. What? Okay, I lost my queen at the end. Okay, I see now why it doesn't work. So, never mind. Okay, we played h3 to challenge the bishop on g4. He moved, and playing g4 here wasn't all that bad. Okay, that's actually the top move, so g4 would have been totally fine. I played c3 in order to take it a little bit more easy. Now he plays queen f5, which allows us to play g4. Now this is a blunder because it traps the queen. We got lucky that we saw the tactic of bishop g5 trapping the queen. I initially saw that these squares were not available for the queen and these squares either. So then I wanted to play g5, which wouldn't have been bad, I think. I think it also gave an advantage. Well, not really, because I overextend. So bishop g5 was the correct move. Now he had to take an interesting idea by the engine. What if I take? Okay, so he gets two pieces. Okay. So he gets two pieces for the queen. And afterwards, when you are up material, the objective is to exchange the pieces in order to make your life easier and just win the game. Because when you exchange all the pieces on the board, you will have an extra piece, and it will be much easier when your opponent only has pawns. So in this case we saw that our pawn was defended, but we also saw that we have two rooks putting pressure on this pawn that is protected by the king, the rook, and the bishop. I saw that with h5 he has to move, and the only available square is h7, leaving the f7 pawn protected only by the rook and the king. I then saw that queen f3 would put even more pressure, making him play f8, which I thought was gonna be his idea. But he played f6, which is not a very good move because of e5, which I saw, and as it seems, it was the best move. I'm happy to have seen that, and yeah, he took. I'm curious, what if he went? I mean, I know it is lost. Yes, so it's pretty bad. Okay, now we took the rook, and yes, here I mean, it even suggests sacrificing the rook. This is interesting. I have not seen that. Okay, attacking the bishop and also threatening a checkmate, so he has to defend the checkmate somehow. And the bishop has no squares. What an interesting idea. The engine always gives some beautiful lines that I wouldn't think of. This is the beauty of chess. So guys, right now we won a few points. Right, we won only 3 points because our opponent was considerably lower rated than us, but we have to play each and every game we face. Stronger opponents, weaker opponents. In order to get better, you need to be able to play against all types of players and ratings. And exploring openings is always a good idea because they make you a better player. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and you relaxed with me today, seeing this ASMR video. And I hope you tune in for tomorrow's game, and let's see if we keep pumping up our rating. So thank you so much for watching, and see you